Hey guys, this is Old Ben here, and today I will be discussing how to counter Darkhold across various game modes. So, first of all, I will start with Arena and use a very amazing little team which uses only Morgan and Agatha as Darkhold members, and it uses Eternals and Emma. So, this team gains it is very easy to use and it has plenty of focus from the offensive given by Icarus, so the debuffs are easy to land and the match goes like very fast and not too much urgency over here. You just have to ensure that your Agatha is big enough to stun enemy Agatha. So first of all, we start with the standard ability block onto enemy enemy Morgan. So yeah, make sure that lands. I am using Morgan as a skirmisher in this particular battle to make sure that it lands. Now, after that, she will stun enemy Agatha, so her passive, which gives stealth out to everyone, it stops working. So once she's stunned, just go all in after her and make sure she dies. We have so much firepower, she will die. And just smash her moves, target Agatha, kill her, and she's almost gone, and she's gone. Now once she's gone, rest of the characters you can just pick your target and keep attacking them. There is no one to stop you. So I just stunned Wong because it looked like he was about to move, but of course he did not end up moving because our our Morgan special came before it. And yeah, just target whoever you want to target, finish them off. So yeah, you can see enemies hardly took any turns at all. There is so much turn meter manipulation going on from our side, and we have got two different stunts, one from Agatha, one from Morgan. Easy victory this one. So yeah, I won't be posting this battle because I am at position 2, and if I win, then I won't be able to record anymore. Okay. So now this attack, it is the exact same as the previous one, but this time we will be flexing a bit because we are using Morgan as a striker, and I will show to you how much damage she deals with the striker ISO. So you may say that what if her ability block gets resisted? But chance of that happening is very less because she starts with offensive, which gives the extra focus. So ability block, it almost always lands. Like I have not seen it resisted in this particular team. So so we let's start off exact same way as before. Just ability, just stun enemy Agatha and go all out after her. And now I'm just trying to spread the vulnerables over to every character so Morgan can deal huge amounts of damage. And you will see her damage in just a short while. Come on, take a turn, Morgan. And yeah, there she moves. Now just see. I will just use basic and oh, just look at that. Almost full health Morgan with defense up. Almost dead. Like if she did not have defense up, she would have been just annihilated. Full health. Now here, Morgan's turn again. This is Wong. He has defense up too. And just look at the damage that is hitting through defense up. Like she has so much damage that if a character does not have defense up and has vulnerable, her basic will just one shot the character. So yeah, that's all I wanted to show here. And easy victory just as last time. So yeah, I won't be posting this battle again because I will go to Ash 1. Yeah, we don't want that. So yeah, this is the time to stop. Okay. So now we will learn how to counter a Darkhold Emma team. So I don't exactly have that team to practice against, but I'm using a full Darkhold. So what you have to do is that you have to replace Agatha with a non-mystic character who has a stun or an ability block turn 1. So we are using Sharon here. You can also use Omega Red and maybe Rogue in the future. So yeah. So to start with, or Morgan goes first, do the ability block. But this time the difference comes that your your Agatha would have taken turns before Eternal. So that does not happen over here. Eternals get to move first. So now over here, if I use Cersei ult, Agatha will drop into stealth and go, and like you won't be able to stun her. So I just use her basic over here so that I can stun Agatha with Sharon. Now you could also have just use Cersei ult and stun Morgan instead. That is also a fine option to use over here. So now the problem in this team compared to the previous attacks you can see is that Agatha is not stunned. That means she will drop into stealth, she will drop other characters into stealth, and that can be a bit problematic to handle depending on how big a punch up you are having. So in this case you can see Agatha ended up dying anyways because there is just too much splash damage coming from our side, so it ended up working. But I won't recommend you use this team against a full Darkhold like I'm using over here. Only use this against Darkhold Emma teams. So yeah, pretty easy victory over here. Yeah. So now I will discuss Darkhold with Emma versus full Darkhold. So uh, now this team is viable to use in War 2. Now the earlier teams with Eternal hybrids, it is kind of a waste to use in War offense because you can use Eternals separately, Darkhold separately to get two very strong teams. So yeah, if you're keeping Darkhold on offense for War, I would recommend keeping Emma for offense too, so that you can just boss the mirror matches like I will do over here. So just standard strategy, start with ability blocks. If you can get the stun, do the stun. If you are not feeling confident about the stun, just start with her ult because yeah, it's either ways you can't really go wrong here. And you will always be staying a step ahead of the enemy team. Like your special will go before enemy special, so you will end up taking a whole bunch of turns and match just it is not too bad at all. Yes, you will have these spells to deal with, but you will be taking just too many turns for that to matter. Yeah. The moment a character drops out of stealth, just go straight after that character because that character will be open to attack. So I just deleted bombs there, and now I have an numerical advantage over the enemy. And yeah, you can see Agatha is on stealth there. She just dropped out of stealth, so she should be ideally our next target. And she resisted the stun. That's okay. Emma just left. But it won't matter because yeah, we have our moves back up. Well, you can see it is pretty easy, and you can use this in War, Cosmic Crucible, easy mirror matches if you use Emma. So now it is time for full Darkhold versus full Darkhold mirror match. So like when will you actually do this? So yeah, you can do this when say you accidentally left Emma on defense or you used Emma with some other team. So yeah, so this attack starts with a coin flip. So I have taken the case where I lose the coin flip and get ability block. So yeah, yeah, if you win the coin flip, it is a very easy battle. We don't need to discuss that. So yeah, in the losing case scenario, basically you have to make sure that your side does not get too many debuffs. And how to reduce the debuff? That is by using Wong basics instead of his taunt. So by using Wong basics onto a target with vulnerable, you will start to get the balance of debuff back to your side. So now you can see we have a big debuff advantage. So instead of using taunt, we will use the basics to clear two debuffs. And yeah, you can see a lot of them have disappeared. So that is good. So when your Morgan gets her turn, you will have both her special and her ult ready. I will recommend starting with her special, then following up with ult because you want to make sure that your team gets the speed up, and that is important because you are already running behind the turn, and getting the speed up early means you can cover back ground. So you can see our Wong has his taunt up, and yeah, we have got the match under control. Now, inside war, if you happen to lose the coin flip and your team is, and the enemy team has the security is adjacent to security, then it will be very bad. As one of your characters may just get deleted in the beginning. So yeah, don't use this in war when you're attacking in a security adjacent group. Because that is just if you lose the coin flip, you lose. You can see this battle like just goes very long. Yeah, using Emma here is highly recommended instead of Scarlet Witch. Finally, they get someone down, and time to heal up. So you can see we have got the debuff back on us again. So now it's a good time to use Worm Basic. And in this particular match, I was also trying uh, Heart Rate Range with Striker ISO. So now what happens if you are running full Darkhold team or Darkhold Emma and you have your Morgan as a skirmisher, then I will recommend using Doctor Strange as a striker instead of Raider because it will like you kind of have to have need to have a non-Wong striker in your team to get the extra damage. Otherwise, the match will just go on forever. So yeah, now you can see his Ice Striker attack. It is of course not as impressive as Morgan's Ice Striker attack, but it's okay, not too bad. Look at the timer. 4 minutes has passed already. We still have Wong to choose. Gee, No, Scarlet Witch basic is so amazing. That defense down, speed down, is great. So yeah, match is over. I won't be finishing it because of same reasons as before. So now we will be using this skill rate team with Emma to counter Darkhold. So this team is specifically for Cosmic Crucible only inside rooms 1, 2, 3, and 5. For rooms 4 and 6, I have no idea how this will play out. So why won't we use this in Arena? Because Darkhold will have the Arena buff, which will of course mess it up. And why won't we use it in War? Because it has Shang-Chi on offense. You want him on defense, right? Yeah. So to start with, use Kestrel Special on Agatha and two of the weakest characters. So yeah, I found the weakest characters to be on the right side with Heartless and Scarlet Witch. So I targeted her special over there. And after that, just spam Shang-Chi ult, Captain Sam ult. That will for sure delete someone, one or two characters at least. So yeah, it would have been great if Agatha would have deleted too, but it's okay. You can stun one character with Sharon Carter, so I stunned enemy Morgan with her because yeah, she was kind. We won't be stunning Wong, of course. Morgan is much more dangerous. So yeah, you can see the basic strategy behind this team is to blow the enemy team before it gets removed. And since you are trying to blow them up, it means that this team will only work kind of a punch down. Punch across will be difficult. Punch up for sure not. And yeah, Shang-Chi just died. And yeah, if some strong enemies do remain after the our big opening move, then this battle can get a bit dodgy at times. Sometimes it goes a bit better than this. Sometimes you may end up losing too. But yeah, it does work most of the time. And this is my plan of what to counter Darkhold with if I face them on Cosmic Crucible, because I have my own Darkhold on defense. So now I will be discussing the best way to counter Darkhold in War, which is the big surprise, Weapon X. Yeah. So you will see I will be doing a small punch up with this team around 100k, so it works decently well. I have Omega Red as a skirmisher because I don't want his stuff to get resisted. You want both his trauma and ability block to land onto enemy Morgan, turn 1. That is how you will start. So once the trauma has landed, that means she can't go into, like, she won't be able to cleanse the bleed. So after that, you just apply all the bleeds onto her. Wolverine, Sabretooth, if you have big stats on them, then it is great. So you can see, there you go, she just died. The bleeds doing amazing work over there. So even if she does not die, she will have ability block on her. She won't be doing much at all. So yeah, you can see the bleeds doing all the work, and you don't have to worry about the debuffs onto yourself because Lady Deathstrike will be cleaning them in just a moment. Yeah, right now. There you go. We don't have any debuff. Enemy is stunned. Easy done. This team has so many debuffs. Darkhold can't handle it, especially with trauma. So yeah, that's it from me today. Thanks for watching, and please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you.